Hello, this is my Let's Play of Defenders of Light, game that I made back in 2003. Went about updating it in 2013 for the 10th anniversary. There have been a couple times that I've updated this game for various reasons. First time I submitted it for the contest. Second time I updated it to make it easier. I kept all those changes for the future versions. I made an unlocked version so that people could see the source code, as it were. And then in 2013 I decided to just improve things, make things a bit better, add some changes, use up as much memory as I possibly could. So I shifted a couple of things around and made some improvements, and it's led it to the version that it is right now. So that's supposed to be my face there. It's pretty accurate, I think. Except my hair is a bit longer now, I think. Yesterday's Moose Production. That's my production company, fictitious as it may be. One day they'll become a reality, and so far I'm the only employee. This is actually what I would consider the load screen, or like an introduction screen, and not so much of a title screen. So you can see it says Defenders of Light and has copyright 2003 to 2013. That's something that I added. That wasn't there before. The little symbol underneath Defenders of Light there with SF and the check mark. It's supposed to be like a little like seal of approval kind of thing, like gold seal kind of thing. Meaning that it's the like final version, I guess. But I think I might have even had one called final version. The extra features can go into that. Alternate endings. That explains that there's more than one endings. So in the original game, depending on how many lights that you picked up during your game, you would access different endings. So there were 4 regular endings and then the super awesome ending. I can't remember what exactly the stipulation was, but I think it was like maybe if you had like 99 or like whatever the max, one less than the maximum number of lights was, you would get the not so perfect ending, where you would basically see everything happen except you wouldn't get the bonus stage, and you'd be forced to go back and collect that one light that you'd missed. And then once you got that, then you would get the final ending, and you would get the bonus land. So what this is explaining is that you're going to see all the endings, and you're going to be able to go to the bonus land. Easter egg just means that you can turn on and off the battles, and you can also change the graphics of the characters that you get to play as during the game. You can change them into other sprites in the game. It's kind of silly, and I'm not going to do it. It's just a nice little silly thing to put in there. This is just a story of how this game was made and conceived of, and stuff like that. I can sum it up basically. I created this game for the contest, and it started as basically a project to have a character select menu, kind of like Donkey Kong 64. And then the whole game basically evolved out of that initial idea, so it became kind of like a Donkey Kong 64 format kind of game. At the same time, I just put my own spin on it, made up my own characters, and the story and whatnot. So it's kind of supposed to be half serious and half just for fun. So you're supposed to get a laugh out of it, maybe a snicker. Instructions. Light of the Three Worlds. Collect 50 per area. Gain power and restore the worlds. Dialogue like that I had changed, made it more direct, more on point, corrected spelling and things like that, because my spelling is pretty terrible. I also added a few more things to the instructions to make things more clear and give some examples. Ability symbol. This marks a place where an ability can be acquired. Ability Dude. Teaches your character one ability per ability house. That's something that I didn't have before. I didn't introduce Ability Dude directly like this in the instructions before. He was just mentioned. I thought, since everything else is visual, why not put him there? Now, this wasn't in the original game at all. Special abilities. Each character can learn abilities to pass obstacles. Before it just explained that, but it didn't show it, is to give an example of what's going to happen in the game, and also kind of subconsciously explain why for this one ability I didn't change it to the character's symbol, like it should have been the letter L in the shield for Leo, and I didn't put it there because correcting the graphic of that L for every time he encountered it would have eaten up so much memory that I wouldn't have been able to do it. So I basically made it blink. Before it didn't blink at all, and it didn't change at all, so you couldn't really tell anything was different. You just knew that you had an ability and explained that you could get rid of the blue blocks, but you couldn't tell that there was anything different, so I decided to make them blink, and that's explained in the instructions here. So there it just illustrates that before it wasn't doing anything, then you get the ability, it starts to blink, you can smash it and it goes away. Press square during the game, select life item ability to view all life points items abilities. In the LIA menu, life points and items are white, abilities are gray. Press square during the game, select ability for abilities of the selected character. This wasn't something that appeared before, so this is explaining that you'll find this character shield. Character's shield appears where ability can be used. Again, you won't see that for the blue block, but you will see it for other abilities that Leo will pick up later. Goddess statue. Activate these to warp to other activated statues. Save point. This will allow you to save your progress. Save often. Ugh loves kitty cats and buys flaming torches. That wasn't explained before at all. I added him in there just to explain his character and why he exists in the game, have him make more sense. Before he was just kind of there and never talked about. And it also, in the instructions, I think the flaming torch was explained before. Flaming torch, sell this item to Ugg for 15 lights. So before it mentioned Ugg, but you didn't know what he looked like. So it was kind of a surprise before having him in there, whatever. Locked door. Check door on correct side to open. So there's 4 different sides that you can check it on, and one of them will make it go away. Flashing special object. Check on correct side to make special things happen. Character select spot. Stand on this and press X to enter the character select menu. Character select menu. How this works. Select the character that you want to play as. Press up right to move right, down left to move left, and X to select. At this point I can press up, or right, down, left. It'll introduce all of the characters. I won't bother to introduce them all, because it'll do that in the introduction of the game anyway. This is Leo, Alice, Keisha, Poncho, Jules. At this point you can select whether to choose the character or not. At one point this actually happened during normal gameplay. I got rid of it just to make it a bit faster, and also, you know, I guess you got to pay more attention. But people probably wouldn't have liked it if you had to like confirm it every time. So for the purposes of this, I'll say yes. Battle mode. During the game you will be forced into battle mode with 3 possible choices. Fight. Press left to attack. Attacks do not always succeed, sometimes you miss. Magic. If your character has not learned a magic, this option is unavailable. If your character does possess magic, this option will be active. Press up to cast magic. Magic attacks always succeed and destroy enemies. 1 shot, 1 kill. Press square during the game. Select ability to view the magic of selected character. Run. Press down or right to run. Running does not always succeed, sometimes you fail. Each area of the game will have its own assortment of enemies. Let's try to defeat this living sludge. I'll go ahead and run away. Running will succeed or fail. If you fail to run, the enemy will attack. In this case, running succeeded. Other options have not been explored yet. Let's move on. Now I can't pick that option anymore. During regular gameplay, magic attacks will always hit and destroy your enemy. Other options have not been explored yet. Let's move on. Attacks will either hit or miss your enemy. In this case, it hit. During regular gameplay, the enemy would either be destroyed or hurt. If you miss or hurt the enemy, it will attack you. Enemy attacks will either hit or miss your character. -1 life point. In this case, it hit. During regular gameplay, successful enemy attacks will deplete 1 life point. Once life points are gone, your character's shield is ghosted and flashing. If you get hit one last time, you will be forced to restart the area. If you are forced to restart the area, your life points will be refreshed. Each character is given 5 life points to start off with. Life points can also be refreshed by entering the character select menu. You do not need any more instruction. Good luck! You'll need it! Go ahead and start the game. Battles off. No! I want battles. During the game, this option can be toggled on and off in the level hub. Confirm start game. Yes. The known universe was a peaceful place until Mortat came along. Mortat demanded that the leaders of the three worlds surrender their light, their precious stars. Stars. The leaders refused, so Mortat vowed revenge. Mortat used his powerful magic to steal the light. Notice how it gets darker as he steals the light, covering the three worlds in darkness. Mortat traveled to the distant world Xi'an. Bent on ruling it and coveting the stolen light he brought with him. I like the animation in that part. That was fun to do. Basically involves just moving sprites on the stage within a certain timing, making some disappear and others reappear. However, not all was lost. Using their last ounce of strength, the leaders combined their power, sending 5 Defenders of Light to Xi'an to confront Mortat. Leo, unlikely defender from the first of 3 worlds. Alice, Leo's younger sister from the first of 3 worlds. Keisha, mysterious black cat from the second of 3 worlds. Pancho, cattle rancher from the second of 3 worlds. Jules, space traveler from the third of 3 worlds. The defenders challenged Mortat to a battle with the light as the prize. Mortat laughed at this, quickly banishing them to separate ends of Xi'an. Keisha found herself in Homeland. Pancho ended up in Lava Land. Jules landed in Strangeland. Leo and Alice's locations are unknown. What shall become of the light of the 3 worlds? And who will face Mortat? Defenders of Light. Copyright 2003-2013. Batteries not included. Leo, where am I? Xi'an. I need to find the other defenders. Together we will reclaim the light and defeat Mortat once and for all. At this point, we'll look at the LIA menu. See that we have 5 life points. Ability menu, we have no abilities and no magic. Status. The statistics there don't really matter much, except for the magic. We'll learn magic later. We have 100 life and 0 lights. Go ahead and change the cursor speed to fast. Since this is Defenders of Light, that seems to read on camera a bit more like the proper color. Go ahead and enter this cave here after going into the character select menu. At this point I only have Leo. This is a save point. Take a look around here. This is where an ability can be used later. There's a block. Some more lights over here. Another place where an ability can be used, and I'm going to go in here. I'm avoiding lights at the moment because I will start collecting them soon. 5 lights. I need 5 lights to open that door. Warp? No. The reason why there's no text bubble above the statue's head or text box on the bottom of the screen saying grassland again was to save memory. Adding that little detail would have eaten up a lot of memory for each area, and as you can see when you go into the warp map, it actually shows the name of where you are anyway, so it's kind of redundant. This is what Xi'an looks like. There's a couple islands here. End up going to them all. Started grassland. Don't have 5 lights at the moment. Gonna go ahead and save.